What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 307 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined as always by my mainest man, Willie Saylor, Kyle Brackey to my left, Wrestling Nomad to my right. Episode 307, brought to you by Mark Branch, Bryce Meredith, LJ Helbig, and super producer Caleb Blakeman. All Wyoming natives, one way or another. Willie.
Yes, sir.
You had a busy day yesterday. You drop Abe Assad's school list, and then 45 minutes later, he's like, scratch that, Iowa, let's do it.
Well, it's funny because, I did this school list last week. Who did I do?
Balmaceda.
I did some Balmaceda school list, and then I did Assad's right away, but I wanted to kind of space them out, and so we ran Assad's yesterday, and when I first contacted Abe and said, hey, are you committing? He's like, yeah, I'm committing right now. He's like, sorry to do it the same day as you dropped the school list. I'm like, don't worry about that, man. Just worry about, well, I'm happy for you, So Abe Assad going to Iowa. A big piece for them at 184. He fits in very nicely, and if things go according to plan, or and probably an ideal situation is Kennedy 65, Glazer 74, and Assad at 84. Then you have Cassiope very young and Jacob Warner very young. Both don't even have a year of eligibility exhausted yet. So a wonderful back half of the lineup for them.
Strong nucleus for Iowa, who's been on a hot streak for a while. We were talking about their hot streak 2 to 3 recruits ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, before J-Rent. I mean, the last little bit, I don't know where you want to put it, but Assad, Kennedy, Glazer, J-Rent, DeSanto, Cashman, Lugo, Cassiope, and Nelson Brands. And that's all within probably a year, right? Not that we really count Nelson as a major surprise, but having all those guys come in, 3 big-time transfers, too. A lot of momentum at Iowa right now.
Yeah. Now, obviously, DeSanto and J-Ren are pre the new rule. I think that's something interesting to track going forward with the new rule, with the the database of guys that want to transfer. But yeah, that's beside the point. Iowa picking up momentum. And I think Iowa is a place that's very, I don't want to say dependent, but you put a couple pieces in place and then kids notice. I mean, Abe was very open about, they're adding pieces, and so that's exciting. Yeah,
it's interesting that it's not just do you have the scholarship package that I need? How are the training partners, but just the momentum of a team, how important that is. Having someone like Spencer Lee on your team. I mean, it's crazy. It's almost like, should that really matter? But people want to be on good wrestling teams, right? Yep. And it makes sense.
We said it back when Spencer committed, but Spencer committing there changed a lot. A lot of not just hey, they're going to have a good team, they have Spencer Lee. But if Spencer, this primo, number one Uber recruit, has faith in Iowa, it's a good place to go, right? Because at that time, Iowa wasn't down, but they weren't getting the elite kids. But then Spencer goes there, and it's like the Spencer Lee effect.
Yeah, no question. And who knows how much of that is that ball rolling or whatever, but it's huge, and they're set up, and based on what we were talking about last week, I guess their next target, that 49-57 range, probably.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Willie and I kind of came to the same conclusion when we were working on the depth chart and the recruits article, kind of in tandem. Again, back half of the lineup set. The question is, can DeSanto or Renteria eventually go up to 41, and then would that push then Murin up to 49? So does then that mean you are happy with 49 and 57 is the next thing, but definitely one of those two. But yeah, I mean the Spencer Lee effect. I think him and Yanni are like have like this Pied Piper kind of draw. Like people just want to be around them. Like I know when we were on the Final X road trip, Marinelli said, you know, I wish that Spencer was around so you guys could talk to him because we just have. Marinelli was just like we think very highly of him. He's a great leader for us. We're really glad that he's a part of the program and that we can build off him.
So good stuff for the Hawkeyes. We're gonna do the off-requested Iowa versus Penn State whiteboard war. This episode. What'd you say?
What's his name?
Tanner Lefevre?
Yeah, he's been requesting it for like 8 straight shows.
And he didn't ask for it this show, ironically. So we should troll him.
Maybe we shouldn't give it to him.
Maybe we shouldn't. You know what?
Is that of the Lefevres? The Indiana family?
No.
Different Lefevre?
It's a different Lefevre.
Okay.
All right.
It's kind of a not common.
Russian Nationals goes down. I'm curious for everyone's thoughts. I watched the finals and a few of the lead-up matches, not too much beyond that. And to me, watching the Russian Nationals finals, it was not the electric factory that we're used to from Russia. I was not intimidated by this team. I think they are good at every weight. I won't deny that, but they don't have dominators. They're going to have a lot of guys that are in a lot of losable matches against other world-ranked opponents, right? And I know it's Russia versus Russia, therefore, maybe there's some familiarity, although I don't think it's that a whole lot, other than I think it's comparable skill levels. We know they're deeper than us, right? But I just am not sure that this is they're probably our biggest threat. Maybe Iran's in there, but I'm not intimidated by this team. They don't have a Jordan Burroughs. They don't have a Kyle Snyder. Maybe Sadulayev is. Maybe he's not. Who knows what you're going to get with him. I think you put him up there. But we have David Taylor. We have all these guys, right? And I really like the way we look now. They have Ghazi Magomedov back at 70. I thought he looked good, but this could be stupid. I really think, and I think it's very possible James Green, if he doesn't medal, I'm not going to be stunned. But I think he could go with Ghazi Magomedov. I think stylistically, he's okay in that matchup. I think he can get to his legs. I think Ghazi, not a great leg attacker, his high single leg stuff. I'd really be surprised if he was able to get to that against Green. So if you just think USA versus Russia matchup, I'm not as worried maybe as I was. Now, I know we have holes, or not holes, but spots where we may not get any production. I think that's going to definite question marks. But I still think we're going to be okay.
I think I agree 100% with you, and I think we both kind of watched it through the lens of we're watching Russian Nationals because they're awesome, but we also watch them through the lens of how are the USA guys going to do it? You know, you watch Shiguyev and you're like, how can Thomas do against him? You watch Ghazi, how can James? You watch the other Ghazi, how will Kyle, right? And it was all like, we can go with this guy. We can beat this guy. This guy's not special. This guy's not electric. There was a lot of there were a lot of low-scoring matches. There were a lot of huffing and puffing. So,
well, I think that's common.
That's par for the
I mean,
course.
that's worlds. They're like that at World Championships.
Yeah, but I mean, there was a lot of 2-2 matches and stuff like that. I don't want to be so American biased, but they don't scare me. And unless they make leaps from here till Worlds, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and they can certainly beat us for sure. And I'm not saying that, but man, I 74. They're gonna send the wrong guy. Sidakov should not have won that match. That was among the worst calls of the whole tournament.
I'll say I agree with you. I also say watching Sabalov, I don't care.
Yeah, I know, but it reminds me. Sabalov would place high. He's a silver, or probably not silver now with Shimizu up. He's a bronze. I think this guy's 5th or worse. I think Sidakov is a rung below Sabalov in ability.
The interesting thing for me about the Sidakov-Sabalov, and I made my point clear on Twitter, I thought it was the wrong call. I think if you watch the Urigan final and you watch the Russian Nationals final, Sabalov, in my opinion, is better. He's got a world title. He looked great, pushed Burroughs to the brink last year, like more proven. But one thing that I did forget that I reread Seth's preview, and then Tadiev mentioned it kind of in his comments afterwards was, well, Sidakov has beaten Chimizo and Sabalov hasn't. Now, Sidakov has also gotten second at a lot of tournaments and taken some losses, so it's like, well, how much do you value? But Russia frequently, like Bekbulatov one time got sat down, and it kind of ended up being the right call, but he didn't make the team because he lost to Asgarov in a ridiculous 8-7 match at Euros. And you're like, well, you lost the number one guy. You had your chance.
Well,
so, like,
how did that materialize? Did he win Russian Nationals?
He won Urigan. They usually send Urigan winners to Euros.
Oh, to Euros.
Right.
Well, they usually send Russian Nationals winners to Worlds.
Right, but I'm saying normally he won Russian Nationals that year over Romanov, and they sent
Romanov?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Now, Romanov had just won Worlds the year before. Anyway, my point is Russia has shown to, in the past, be like, oh, Sabalov, you lost to Chimizo, you lost to Burroughs. Those are 1 and 2. Sorry, bud, you had your shot. You're gone. So now I'm kind of, again, while I do think Sabalov should have won, and I do think he's the better guy, now I'm kind of back to I think they're going to send Sidakov.
Oh, well, yeah, I think they'll send the, and I know it's a big job. It's easy for me to say, hey, do this real quick. But I am curious for the findings of what percentage of Russian national winners.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Are the world
Well,
reps.
you know what I sort of kind of like. They're out of shape. They're always out of shape, but they were extremely out of shape. So I like that. Of course, they can make improvements there. But I like, from an American lens, I like the fact that they try to defend a lead so early. That plays into our hands. I mean, guys would get a lead in the first period. They would come out for the second period, and they were like, just got to defend for 3 minutes.
Come get it.
I mean, that ain't going to work.
No.
But yet, their best guys at Russian Nationals repeatedly did that. And, I mean, that's what Romanov did, or Sabalov did. Sabalov had a lead early in the thing. I mean, you can say that Sidakov's takedown was a faux takedown. You can also say when you have a 2-0 lead to start the second period and you get beat on a faux takedown, maybe you should have been trying to score the final 3 minutes.
You played yourself. Yeah,
you played yourself.
That's a great point.
You're trying to game the system. You're trying to game the match. I don't have any sympathy for you. And if he would have won and gone to Worlds, good, play that game.
Yeah, they looked a couple things. If you actually watch all the finals, how much time they are just standing there, hand fighting, not attacking. There were not many exchanges. There were a few wow moments. One of them
Agua's back arch.
Beautiful. Yes, Agua's back arch was beautiful. There was a sick duck at 92, I want to say. But other than there wasn't a lot. It was like, oh my God, this is just another level, right? It was a lot of just standing around, not attacking. They're reluctant attackers. When they got on top, they weren't looking to turn other than Sabalov. I'm not seeing this uber dynamic squad that is to be feared. I think they're excellent. But in short, I feel good.
Wasn't 86 1-1, 2-2, 3-2?
Yeah, Nafanov and Krugliev was a sponsored by Ambien.
I mean the whole second period was evade, defend.
So let's talk Sadulayev, because a tale of 2 days, really. Day one, it's like, oh my gosh. He's kind of getting horsed in some situations. His semi comes to mind.
Even though he stuck under on shots way more than I've ever seen him. Yeah,
I don't know if it was just these guys can't beat me, lack of focus type of thing. But he looked really sharp against Batsayev. His attacks, he had great angles on all his attacks. He was finishing well. He was showing that great defense, his ability to sprawl, get his legs back. He's really tough to score on still. He had a gut which we hadn't seen. It was from the quad pod. It wasn't your traditional get a takedown gut. But he looked good, but you have to come to terms now with this is a different phase of Sadulaev's career, right? He's not the same force of nature. He was teching everyone. 2015, I think Karimi was the only guy he didn't tech, and I think he blanked him or close to it. It's just a different guy, and maybe it's the weight, but I think part of it is different phases of the career. I think he's older than people say he is. Therefore,
he's aged quickly, we'll say.
Yeah, aged quickly because he was not 18 when he won his first title, in my opinion, and therefore, he's maybe on the downside of his career, right? And now his downside, LeBron James is on the downside of his career, right? He's still like the best in the world,
the finals, yeah,
right? So he's still on that level. He's still outstanding, but it's just a different level of dominance, and he can beat Snyder. There's no question he can beat Snyder. But I'm feeling good.
I'm with everything you said. The thing to me that I have to wonder is, was the 2-day weigh-in kind of a thing? I mean, it was a drastic difference between day 1 and day 2. He looked slow, looked lazy. Maybe it wasn't a difference. Maybe it was like,
Well, I don't know why the weigh-in would affect him. He weighs in 2 under.
Well, so I think the point there, or in my opinion, weighing in under means that he's probably trying to get as big as possible, and that honestly, 97 is just not his weight. Like, he is just too small. Like, he's not.
I agree.
I don't think he's too small.
But I think he's putting on weight just to like put on weight and just be as big as he can be. But it's not necessarily putting it on in a smart way or like in a way that because I think to me that's like him getting stuck under was maybe a part of being like lethargic from just being like not used to being that big. And I know he was 97 last year, but just being like kind of more plodding than like he was so dynamic with his underhook, and he was doing like bolt wheel stuff, like just all kinds of crazy stuff when he was 86. And I just don't think it's this. I think he's just carrying more weight now.
Slower. He certainly looks a step slower and lethargic.
Yeah.
And sometimes we say, "Oh, it's okay, go up, don't cut so much weight," and that's true. But like you're saying, sometimes to cut that weight, even if you're not cutting a lot, makes you stay in shape. Like your ability to wrestle faster.
If he's not down at 86 for 2020, it's crazy to me. I don't think he's outgrown that weight class. I mean, even 2-day weigh-ins, I don't think he's all that big. But who am I to say? Another interesting note, I only bring it up because Nomad wrote in here, Sokolov over Urishev. This is good for USA. I don't think it is any better than if they sent Urishev.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant Sokolov Sadulayev is better for USA than Sadulayev Betsayev.
I thought you meant
Sokolov is very good.
Yeah, he beat Albarov. He's beat Urishev.
He beat Urishev twice.
Yeah,
that's not what I mean.
Okay,
Sokolov's a metal threat. Just get that. You don't know who he is yet, but just get that in your head. But it's better than Sadulayev Betsayev.
Well, yes.
That's what I meant by that.
Be true.
Real quick, I want to. So Coach Ayers at Princeton did a post on Instagram. He posted on Twitter. I didn't know.
Great. Shout out Coach Ayers.
He said, "Did Russian Nationals final scoring breakdown? 18 points single leg, 17 points push out, 10 points counter offense, 8 points shot clock, 6 points double leg, 2 trap arm, 2 passive, 2 other."
So
I assume the other
turn in all the finals
was like a Guev, and then maybe Sadulayev's side arch quad pod thing. So that was interesting. Another thing real quick, I want to just kind of... Oh, okay. So a few things. Number one, Ziolkowski in Poland next month. Russia normally goes to it. They have used it as a determinant in the past of weights to send guys. That's where 61 and 65 will be determined. So Magomedrazul Idrisov, he won 61. He ain't going to beat Rashidov, so Rashidov's going to be the guy again there. And then Chikayev, in my opinion, will not beat Bekbulatov. I think Bekbulatov will be the guy there. But
so, Matt, all things considered, I mean, you basically know the team. How do you feel? How do you feel about their 10 versus our 10 and the rest of the world's
I know what he think.
I feel they
what
are.
What did he say?
I feel they are the favorite, and I real quick want to run through and compare. And again, it's kind of hard because it's 10 weights versus 8 weights. But 57, Aguev is the same guy, but I think he's improved this year. Rashidov again, I think is a favorite. Bekbulutov is an upgrade over Gogaev.
Favorite to win Worlds?
Yes. Gogaev is an upgrade over, Rashidov. Gosh darn it. Bekbulutov is an upgrade over Gogaev. Gazi Magomedov is definitely an upgrade over Kadi Magomedov, who was their 70 last year. Gazi he lefty overhook. I don't know how you score. He got taken down once, and he had a really tough road. Sidakov beat Sabalov, but I don't think he's an upgrade. 79 wasn't a weight, so throw that out. Karugliev's an upgrade over Valiev. 9-2 wasn't a weight, so throw that out. Sajalayev is the same guy, and Kizriev is the same guy. So they got some upgrades.
We got some upgrades, dog.
I know.
Introduce you, Magic Man.
What?
We got David Taylor.
Yes, correct.
I'll take us.
What we need is Russia's going to get a lot of bronze. In 2015, they got a lot of bronze medals.
All they saw was bronze.
And I think that is going to be the case again this year, where they're just going to get a lot of guys there. And so bronze medals, remember now, are worth 15 points. Silvers are worth 20. Golds are worth 25. So,
hey, one thing we should do is take the old scoring and compare it to, like take last year's Worlds and see how it would be scored differently or better or worse for us.
I got you.
Because it was crazy. You already did it?
I did it that day.
Oh, he did it that day. We will know soon. Okay.
Literally just give me like a second.
Willie, what you think? USA, Russia?
I'll take USA.
Yeah, dog. Kyle's got West Virginia.
Every day.
Kyle's got the Bobcats. Okay.
I mean, I think we might need some help at our weaker weights. We need some guys to get plucked off from Russia by other countries, which I think is wholly possible. I think it's actually what will happen. But.
Yeah, I agree. Well, cool. It was no guns. There were bottles thrown. That was audacious what they did to that guy. That was really messed up that they did that. Why? I mean, it's no surprise. It's Russia. But it was still really bad. The guy literally the moment he gets in on the leg that he needs to win the match, the ref just blows him up. It was actually so bad it was hilarious.
That was so bad. But correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they give that guy a point just out of nowhere for nothing?
Yes.
They literally gave him a point for absolute. It was like our bad point.
It was like, we're sorry.
There's no mechanism by which they could justify a point there. None. They weren't on the edge. He wasn't on the clock. There wasn't a caution.
He got an almost takedown.
If you missed it, this bears explaining. It needs explaining. Me and Christian are wrestling. Christian's winning 3-1. I get in on a shot. I'm trying to win this match. The ref blows him up. It was like, ooh.
Maybe 1 second into the leg attack, by the way.
That's 3-2. Just, here's a point.
Yeah, they stopped it. There's a huge thing. They throw bottles like crazy. Everyone's listening. They're throwing the red ottoman onto the thing that's disguised as a challenge cube. And all of a sudden, they just give them 1 point for absolutely nothing as like basically a weird apology. It was bizarre.
I was hoping for the rare but always fun fan fight because it became pretty clear that there wasn't going to be a fist fight between the athletes and the coaches. The armed guards, who are always there, were quick on the mat. But the camera, shout out to the camera guy, whoever that was. He was like, oh, no, we got pans to the crowd, and the crowd is just finger pointing and bottles flying everywhere. And I was like, oh, please have a fan fight. Well, those are the best.
There certainly was one at some point. It just wasn't captured.
Yeah.
There's basically no way you could get a room full of like thousands of Russian wrestling fans and there's not at least some fight, right?
I thought it was really interesting too. It was a very pro Dagestan crowd. It was in this place called Odinsovo, which is a suburb of Moscow. I don't know which side, but it was really cool to hear them. The two favorites, obviously Sajalayev, they chant Rashid, but Gazi 70-kilo Ghazi Magomedov. He was probably the one that got the biggest crowd reaction, in my opinion.
I would say it was Karuglev. What?
Yeah.
Dude, they went. That was the craziest they ever got.
I think Karuglev also because he is. He's gotten 5th like 4 years in a row or something, and so I don't know. Maybe he was just like a fan favorite, and it was also like, all right, this guy finally won. Like, give him his due.
Go back and listen to Karuglev because it was like
no, they did get loud for him.
It was crazy.
By the way, last year, taking the same placements using this year's scoring, we win 120 to 108. The actual scoring using last year's scoring, we beat Russia 54 to 53.
Okay, so this is much better.
Yeah.
It favors the gold stronger because we had more champion. Yes.
Right, we had 2 champs. They had 0.
Yeah, it's better for us, and that's not even saying we have 2 medalists in the lineup.
Yes. All right, everything's looking up for the red, white, and blue, baby.
America can still win. I'm leaning towards
hate
Russia.
America.
We know.
Yes.
Your position.
Azerbaijan's also scary.
Are they
Yes.
more than Iran?
Iran ain't nothing. They got Yazdani and cool.
Didn't we like barely beat Iran at the Yasser Dogu when they didn't have Yazdani Sharadi?
Yeah, I don't care about. But, okay, so you're
was
you're gonna bring that up and now say that you still think that America's the favorite?
Yeah, I think they're the favorite, but I mean, for you to be,
We will smoke Iran at Worlds.
why couldn't we smoke them at Dogu?
Because
it's
at Dogu they get picked off by other guys.
Because it's Dogu. It's not. It's like conference weekend versus NCAA's.
So you're saying Worlds is harder than Yasser Dogu?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
I'm learning a lot here. Okay, who's number 1? Quick updates. Tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
Buy them now before they're all gone. You have 4 hours. Get on it. 2 new matches. At least 1 new match, right? There's just a name here, and then there's name versus name. So Willie, why don't you just explain? Because you're just putting names in there.
There's 2 new matches.
So it's gonna be Jacason Burks and Greg D at 113. Jacason, the Fargo champ at cadets. Greg D gets in at number 2 because he beat the junior champ Colin Shriver at Akron. Pinned him, actually. And then we're going to have Jacob Decatur against Richie Figgs. It was tough to get Richie Figgs a match of his caliber.
What about my Nomad option?
The Nomad would have been good. But Jacob Decatur is a guy, he was number 1 at 106, won Ironman, beat Richie Figgs in the process in semis. And now he's going up to 113, but largely because he wants to get bigger. So I think weight-wise, caliber-wise, that was the right matchup. Karchler Ramirez is freestyle. They both wanted to do it freestyle, and I'm cool with it. Plus, they probably will hit in folk style in
Ironman.
In Ironman, so that's cool. And then Zach Dominguez out of Nebraska is our the second honorary coach, joining Cornell Robinson of Missouri.
Sweet.
So does that set the match lineup, Will? That's finalized. It's all done except for 157, 152, and 160. The guys want to wrestle. The winners want to wrestle. Like Facundo Alira, like if the Facundo Balmaceda winner, those guys want to wrestle the Alirez and Chow winner. That's cool with me. I don't know how you feel about it, but that sounds pretty awesome.
So like Balmaceda versus Alirez or Facundo versus Alirez, or
My gosh, Facundo Alirez would be amazing.
Yeah.
Not that it's guaranteed they would win.
So they want it to happen. The only thing is match event length. You're talking about 14 matches. I'm okay with 14 matches, but just want to make sure it's all right with everybody.
Yeah, it's been that would be the longest we've had in a while.
That match would be fire, right?
Yeah.
So you just need to basically determine that and then set the order, right?
Yeah. So
cool.
Other than that, everything's set. I'm really happy. Good lineup.
Awesome, man. All right, fired up for Who's Number One as always. October 7th, Sunday. That's a Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's an NFL football Sunday. It's going to be hard for Kyle, but it'll be okay. Kyle loves football. All right, let's do this. Iowa versus Penn State, Whiteboard War. They're not dueling this year, are they?
Well,
unless they do the thing.
Yeah, I was going to say they could do the Twitter.
Listen, Kale, Tom, figure out your Twitter passwords. You know you're not that. Okay, get on there, stir it up, make it happen. Make it happen for wrestling. I think it's probably Iowa's turn to go to Penn State.
For America. Do it for America.
Do it for America. Go to Penn State. Wrestle the Nittany Lions. It's the duel of the year probably, right? Probably undeniably.
Duel of the century of the year of the week.
It is this season's Ohio State versus Penn State. And it's going to be fire. And what's the cool thing about it is, in addition to it possibly being the top two teams, it's a lot of matches we'd never seen. Like the Ohio State-Penn State duel, it was, we kind of seen some of it, especially, you think of Nickel versus Martin and Bojo versus Mark Hall. You've seen some of that. Whereas this is like a lot of, who knows? There's a lot of lineup changes, new guys to the lineup, weight changes, etc. So yeah, and I think you're gonna be really fired up about this duel as well. So make it happen. Tom Brands, Cale Sanderson, get on the phone, text, whatever it takes. Wrestlers, pressure your coaches, make this match happen.
Email, Friendster, whatever you gotta do.
Do it for the people.
Zenga.
Talk to your local politician.
Yes. Change.org, guys.
Do the Instagram ask a question thing on your story.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
That's the worst.
That's the worst. That will guarantee it won't happen.
It's getting out of hand.
All right. Starting at 125 pounds. Once friends. Now probably still
Frenemies.
friends. Still friends, but now they have to wrestle each other.
They once committed to Iowa on the same day.
In the same house.
You were there.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, what was
beautiful.
you were such a little, what about it? What was the song that you posted where you're like, it was like I know something you don't know, or
no, it was I think it was two Beatles songs. Like I think it was like, do you want to know a secret?
Yeah.
And it won't be long.
Yeah.
And Christian drove there in the cover of darkness.
Yes.
Like two ships passing in the night.
It was actually a chopper.
All right. Anyway,
it was not safe. Okay. Gavin Teasdale, Spencer Lee, holy cow, they're going to have to wrestle each other, probably, unless they start Teskey, but I don't think that's going to happen, I think. But they will. It'll probably be something like this for Penn State. They'll send out Schnupp or something, someone of that skill level. They'll both go to the scuffle, Teasdale and Teskey. Winner will be the guy from scuffle on.
all right, I thought that you were about to be like, they're going to send out Schnupp for this duel. And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, I don't know.
That's
first of all, the duel's fake so far.
No, I know. I just was like, wait a minute. What? Hold on. We just said Teasdale and Spencer Lee were going to wrestle. Now you're saying Schnupp. But, yeah, I could.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Second of all, they'll send. We don't know when the fake duel would happen. If it happens post scuffle, then we would get the good match.
Right.
That's what he's saying. No matter if the duel, because they have to schedule it.
It does have to be on a day.
Scheduled. So if it's before the scuffle, they probably will use Schnupp.
Yeah.
Why would they put somebody's red shirt before they decide who's the starter?
Well, you might need. Yeah. I mean, and especially when it's Spencer. And let's get down to the predictions. I think Spencer. This is early termination here.
It's not close.
It's a pin or attack.
Yeah.
It's going to be, first of all, some people would say familiarity. I'm going to say Big Brother.
Yep.
This is Big Brother, right? And I love Gavin Teasdale, but I mean I think even he knows, and probably everyone, it's Spencer Lee. He's a freak of nature. This is 5 or 6. I'm going
to. I love Gavin, but familiarity, in some respects, I mean, everybody on planet Earth knows Spencer's going to do that stuff on top, and nobody can stop it. And so, I don't know why you would think that Gavin could stop it on top, even with the familiarity. He hits it on everybody.
This match is going to break Jody Stripmatter's heart, just like Kemmerer and Nolf does.
Jody will be fine. I think I'm going to say Spencer. I'm going to say Spencer 6.
Spencer the pin dispenser.
I'll say Spencer 5.
Yeah, I'm with Bracky. I'm going 5. Willie?
What?
All right, 5. Wow. I'm alone on Pinfall Island. Okay. This match is crazy. 133. This is what I'm talking about, people. Austin DeSanto versus RBY. I mean, give me a break. I have no idea. What could possibly happen? I think based on what we've seen Austin DeSanto do, even though he's tier 3, according to Wrestling Nomad.
Stand by it.
Yeah. Wait, where do you have RBY in this?
Also tier 3.
Oh my gosh, that's audacious.
We have no idea how RBY is.
Exactly, which is why you
top.
can't stand by it.
Yeah.
You support it. We'll get back to tiers. Yeah. 141. You thought 33 was contentious. Wait till we get to 41, either this episode or next. I spent like 2 hours just looking at it,
just looking at it. All right.
I don't know. Anyway,
I'll say DeSanto by decision. That's a little chalky, but that's just kind of what I'm feeling. It's tough to say. DeSanto may have a really hard time getting to RBY, but I just think I don't know if he's felt heat like that. I don't know. I'll take DeSanto.
I'll take DeSanto as well, mainly because I don't know what RBY in a Penn State singlet looks like yet.
Looks like RBY
Decision?
with a blue singlet on.
Imagine it.
Thanks, Will. Really needed that.
Decision?
Yeah, just decision, but this would not shock me at all if RBY won.
Yeah.
I'll take if RBY if runs batted in,
If whip.
if RBY is able to, I guess this sounds so duh, but if RBY is able to wrestle the pace or withstand the pace, I would take RBY. That being said, that's the case with everybody with Austin DeSanto, right? It's not like Austin DeSanto does something like, it's not like he's very sophisticated on his feet. He does what he does. He wrestles a high pace, and he's a pain in the butt. If RBY is able to withstand that and go with that, I'll take RBY because I think RBY is a little bit more technical.
So what's your 3 for Iowa?
I mean, I think you got to go DeSanto right now.
So
just because RBY hasn't wrestled a college match yet.
Particularly if this is early in the year, I still like RBY at the end of the year. I like him to place higher at NCAAs, or at least do better in NCAAs. If neither place, score more points. I think in general in a tournament setting, he's going to do better. But especially if this is earlier in the year, this is like come to Jesus moment, and he gets majored. And I just think he gets dumped repeatedly, and like that is the type of match that RBY is like, okay, now I need to get better, and makes adjustments. But I think, especially in a dual setting, really favors DeSanto.
The dual setting. Mm-hmm. Why? As opposed to
because he thinks he's big, and we've heard he wants to go up to 141, and I think like 1 hour weigh-ins, he's just gonna be all hyped for it, and he's going to put that pressure on him.
So you think an hour weigh-in favors DeSanto?
I think
sense.
I think mentally he said he wants to be a 141. So mentally it's like okay, but I'm saying it's one match as opposed to a whole tournament.
Yeah, no, man, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, whatever. I'm picking DeSanto by major.
I just want to acknowledge that makes absolutely no sense.
All right. Anyway, my point is DeSanto by major.
I want to acknowledge that it's 9:42. It's 42 minutes into the show. I just want to acknowledge that.
Central.
It's actually 39.
Willie has a crazy theory. I'm not even going to say it. I'm not going to say it because that would be disruptive to the theory.
Okay.
But we have a theory, and maybe one day we'll be able to discuss it. Willie, thank you for noting that. Max Murin versus Nick Lee. Feel very strongly this is a standard decision for Nick Lee.
I'm going to tell you what.
Tell me what.
Everybody's going to take Nick Lee, right? This is one of those matches where you learn a lot. You learn a lot. Ken Murin had an awesome summer. And I said in the Targets article that maybe they go after a 49 because you don't know. You know, Murin, good summer, but how does that translate to folk? Now, everybody takes Nick Lee. Nick Lee is a returning All-American. Can Murin test him? Can Murin beat him? You learn a lot here. And if Murin would beat him, or Murin would lose 6-5, and this is a thing, right?
Yeah, I do think it's a close match. I think it's probably 6-4 kind of thing. Nick Lee's not going to be in many 3-2 matches just because of how much he attacks. But I think it's a competitive decision. I don't think it's like 7-2 blowout. I think he might get a takedown there, but Nick Lee's just so I mean, I don't know. Maybe it will be a little more lopsided. Just thinking back to Nick's NCAA tournament. I mean, he was out of control good after getting decked by Deal.
I don't think it will be lopsided. Vince Turk took down Nick Lee like 3 times last year in the duel, and then he lost 8-3 at Big Tens, but he took him down again.
Got in a shootout with him.
Yeah, it was 11.
Oh,
well, I think that's, Nick, I think that's the one thing he got in the shootout.
Oh, he just got it. I was like, I want to escape Willie.
It was 11-8 at the duel.
Dang.
Oh. Murin can go with him. I'm picking Nick Lee
Real
by
duel.
decision.
Was he shooting at he was shooting at the legs mostly.
We gotta keep going. Oh my god.
All right, what do you got? 3-4 for Nick Lee. What do you got?
3 for Nick Lee.
Oh, hey, let's make one.
It's like
I'll say
6-4 or something.
I'll say 45.
I wanted to make one.
Willie, what you got, bud?
I wanted to make one final comment. If there's, you see often a lot of times guys make jump between freshman and sophomore year. Yeah. If there's one thing in Nick Lee's game, and Nick Lee could make a leap, especially in that room, especially going freshman and sophomore. Mm-hmm. But it was his leg defense that was most problematic. Would you say, right? Like he scored a lot. He took a lot of shots. Very offensive for a freshman. If he's a little bit crisper on his leg defense, I think that's one area we see Nick improve the most on.
How did Mikey Carr beat him at Big Tens? I legitimately don't remember the match.
Took him down.
Yeah,
took him down several times.
I think you rode him.
That's what I think
he had a ride.
10-6 was the score.
Oh my gosh! Did he turn him?
He might have.
He had to have turned. If he scored 10 points, he had to have turned him.
Anyway, that's another thing. That's another area that
the mat.
Nick Lee was getting out from bottom.
Also, I think he could get stronger too. I think he was not quite full size. I think there was, you think about the Gefeller match. That was horsepower in my opinion. Partial. I mean, it's a lot of things, but I think Gefeller's super.
41, yeah.
Gefeller's really big. He's really strong, and I think Nick Lee wasn't quite there. So there are a few areas where, as great as Nick Lee was last year as a true freshman, outstanding. Head, hands, the mat, he could certainly get better, and size. But we're all saying Nick Lee by decision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was no near
Murin
fall.
is just a major X factor for me, in my opinion, for the Hawkeyes this year. Like, where he stacks up, I think is going to play a huge part in how well they do.
Yeah, I don't even know if I put him in X Factor category. I think he's round of 12, probably high end.
Mikey Carr did not turn Nick Lee. The takedown differential was 3-1 for Carr.
And he rode for over 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he didn't turn him. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, Pat Lugo, who also another person Nomad doesn't like or think is good, versus Brady Berge, who I don't know.
I said that.
Well, you're pretty low on Lugo.
Well, this is an interesting one because Nomad also doesn't think Brady Berge is going to make the weight. So
wow. So we might not have that. So
I'm so skeptical.
Call a forfeit right now for.
I'm just so skeptical that Berge can make it that often. And look, I have no idea. He doesn't have
to make it that often. He could do a couple times.
He could do a Sean Foz and make it 3 times.
3 times. And then fizzle out of NCAA.
For this scenario, let's say he makes it. Okay. Can you agree to that?
He made the weight.
Well, no,
Lugo beat Berge.
Will the hour weigh-in favor Berge now?
Lugo
is this the DeSanto clause?
I don't know what I was saying with that, but
I still. Okay, thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
I still think the for whatever reason, I think in a dual setting, like especially early in the year, I think it favors DeSanto by a lot. Anyway, Lugo.
You just said it again.
No, I know. I can't find the words to explain why I think that. So I'm gonna have to come back to that.
Stop making the point then.
Well, you should give up
I think
on the
DeSanto
theory.
wins by
Then you
major
won't have to
early
explain
on.
it.
Anyway,
why do people think we're mean to him? This is just exasperating. I'm just exasperated. We love you, Nomad. We do love you.
I want to pull up the results of Lugo Berge from.
So okay, Lugo's the favorite. Okay, Lugo beat Brandon Sorensen. Lugo's beat really good guys, and
crazy match.
And Berge didn't really wrestle last year, so you have to favor Lugo. In my opinion,
to me, I think pragmatically, if you just read results, you could definitely say that. I think this is a coin flip match. I think Lugo is going to have a bear of a time getting to and scoring on. Berge's defense is so good. His re-attack, go behind stuff is so excellent. Lugo attacks a lot. It could play right into it. I think this is a coin flip match.
I think you're 100% right. Like, I agree with everything you said. Like I said at 133, like I said at 141 with Murin, and we haven't seen RBY wrestle a match yet. We don't know 100% where Murin's at. Berge's never wrestled a match. I'm going with the veteran until I see it. So I think Berge can absolutely win this match. But I'm going with Lugo.
Where's the match again? It's Iowa's turn to come to Penn State. It's in Rec Hall.
Oh, no.
They're going to do it neutral site. Champaign.
Ooh. Champaign County.
Dude, I have no idea who to pick here.
This is one of those matches where, like...
Do you think I'm stupid?
No, I don't think you're stupid. I just know who I'm going to pick.
You're going Patricio.
I'm going Patricio.
This is one of those matches where Penn State...
I wish I had a fancy name like Patricio.
Doesn't lose these coin flip matches, like, very rarely.
I'm kind of with you.
And
yeah, that's a good point.
Lugo, so 2017...
They did with McKenna last year. McKenna Lee at the duel.
Well, I think McKenna's just better. I don't think that was a coin flip. I know, the match played out like a coin flip, and I know that we kind of built it as a coin flip, but I think McKenna's just better. Anyway, Lugo beat Berge 8-6, 2017 Junior Trials Challenge Tournament Finals. That was 66 kilos, day before weigh-in.
Took him 4 times.
All right, I'll take Patricio.
You know what also is interesting about this matchup is, I don't get into the Nomad-esque things of where it's at as a 1 hour weigh-in, but these are two guys that are like chomping at the bit to get into the singlet for the first time for these guys.
Yeah.
So,
how are you gonna look at it?
What will he look like?
Are the lights on?
Okay.
Willie, what's your
pick?
pick?
Our picks.
I already did. I said Lugo.
Lugo by tech?
Nope, by decision.
Oh.
I think this is where the wizardry comes into play and Berge wins.
It's not wizardry's not required for this win. But now you're all in big trouble. Because here we come. Murderers row.
Is anybody keeping a score?
Yeah, Nomad has a sheet.
Come on, dude.
So what's the score right now?
I've been doing
Well,
these.
don't read it. Don't read the scores.
These virtual whiteboard wars for
4 scores.
a minute now.
7 years it'll take. Okay. Caleb Young, we think, versus Jason Nolf. Does it really matter? This is 5 for Penn State.
I'm saying
5.
6.
Oh, okay.
He's going to pinfall him.
5.
He might.
6.
Nolf is more of a tech guy. He's kind of like I'll turn you, I'll torch you on your feet for a little bit, take you over.
He started off last year almost Jordan Oliver-ish in
terms
of his pin streak.
Give me a 5.
1, 2, 3.
Willie goes
4,
5. I'm with
6,
Brecky.
7,
I'm going
8,
Pinsley.
9, 10,
Jeez.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Why are we
16 falls last
He
year.
only had 16 pins. So like I said, a reluctant pinner.
I'm going to save my stat for when Bo Nickel comes up. Interesting stat about Bo Nickel.
Oh.
That's what we call a tease,
So
folks.
He had 3 tech falls last year.
Okay, so I nailed that.
Wrong.
All right, give me the pin. Give me the pin.
No, I already put it in.
No, I can change my mind.
No, this
he
is
had 16 pins.
I
No.
engraved this in stone. This can't be changed.
It's Excel. Just throw a 6 in there. No, give me the 6 for real. Okay. All right, nothing to say there. Alex Marinelli versus Vincenzo Joseph. Last time they wrestled
in a dual meet
at Penn State. Therefore,
1 hour weigh-ins.
1 hour weigh-ins. I know what they both will look like
What was the,
in their respective singlets.
What was the air pressure? What was the barometer reading?
I don't know.
It was in BJC, though.
It was in BJC. So now will they move it
not
here?
Their home venue.
It's not their home venue.
Well,
and it's not nice.
It's not their main home venue.
Don't try to say that.
It's not their main home venue, but they have used it as their home venue.
They're officially away meets when they're at BJC.
Yeah.
Give me
Official
3 for
neutral site.
Vincenzo.
Yeah, I got Chenzo.
I got Chenzo.
Even though
Decision.
No, you know what? Give me the bull. Give me the bull. Bull
Mess
Nation.
with the bull.
Why?
Because
Get CP's
he was
pick.
really nice to my son, and he already beat him once. So
He was really nice, Caleb.
yeah, he was like wrestling with him, and he already beat him. So you know what? Bull Nation.
You already beat Caleb?
He beat Caleb and Vincenzo.
Wow.
Therefore, he will beat him again.
Remember when we had that argument last year about whether it was Chenzo's move or Marinelli's move? That was fun.
That made me so mad.
Yes.
That forever will make me mad. Them trying to.
What?
I don't want to rehash that. I just want to bring it up because it was very contentious.
Yeah. I don't want to bring it up, but
I don't want us to start a fire, but here's some gasoline.
here's some gasoline. Also, this grenade. Also, see you later. Michael
Give me
Kimmerer
Chenzo.
versus Mark Hall. The match we never thought we would ever see, but here we are. They're going to wrestle each other
In this pretend duel.
in this fake duel that it's not too late, guys. You can make it happen. And
Unless it is too late.
let's say they're chickens if they don't do it. Then that reverse psychology, that'll work. I'm not saying you're chickens, guys, but if you don't do it, what other conclusions can we draw? You have to say Hall here. I don't think it's a particularly good matchup for Kimmer because he attacks so much, and I wonder how that will play into Mark Hall's wizardry, which he has an abundance of.
Amazing defense.
Yeah, I think.
It's a bad matchup for Kimmer.
Yeah, I don't think it's a great matchup for Kimmer either.
Mark Hall decision.
Mark Hall, WBD.
Will you go decision?
Yes, sir.
Watch out for that mixer, though, boys. Woo. All right. Cash Money Millionaires Wilkie versus Shakur Rashid. This match has already happened. Shakur Rashid beat him easily. Now they will shrink their bodies and do it once more. And I will say Shakur Rashid will win once more by decision.
Shakur Rashid by decision.
I think he majored or nearly majored him last time. I think he did major him. He was kind of smashing him, and then he needed a late takedown to get the major, and he did. I think, although I just said something audacious about Jason Nolf, so now
It was 11-2.
11-2. That is a
Shaq
major
Daddy.
It was
decision.
11-2.
I'm back,
It was
baby.
a major decision.
I'm back.
I'm going to say Shakur Rashid by major decision again.
I'll take a decision. You know, I'll take a decision. I'll say.
Yeah, it's hard to bet on. It's hard to bet on.
I thought Cash didn't wrestle particularly great in that match, even though
It's pretty funny they met at 97 and now they're going to meet at 84. But let's just say decision. I think there's an outside shot at bonus. I think there's an outside shot at a fall. But I'll just say decision.
Okay.
The cradle is always on the table.
Wow.
Wow.
So Bracky's the only one that went major there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jacob Warner versus Bo Nickel. Wow. This is
What? That just sounds weird to say.
I know. I never thought I'd see this match either, but here we are. Do not think this is a good matchup for young Jacob. J-War, as he is known in Hawkeye circles. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think there's bonus potential here. Not from like kind of a catch and release takedown, but you know what I'm saying? I don't think he's going to get like 6 takedowns on him, right? You do? Okay, I think it's like
Bo is a
I think he could.
you know what to wrestle.
Yeah, but I don't know.
no, I don't think so. I really don't. Y'all might think that. I think it's like he pins him from a throw. He catches him in a cradle off a scramble. There's lots of ways for him to make this but I don't think it's from dominating the takedown game. And I think there could be, I don't know. That's my take. Don't try to get me off of it.
Just give me 3.
Yeah, what are you going with CP3?
CP3, yeah.
I'll say 4.
I'm with you, Brad.
Yeah, I'm going 4. God, I'm going 4. It's listen.
You front running.
He's a 2-time national champion. It's
called him a front runner.
Yeah, I wanted to.
You just wanted to say front runner.
I just wanted to say something.
All right, this is the match no one ever wants to see. Actually,
are we going to see
starting to clinch.
Actually, it could be awesome because Anthony Cassar. Who knows?
Oh wait, yeah, that's right.
It's gonna be Cassar versus Stoll.
Oh,
so maybe we do want to see it.
Will it be Stoll?
Forgot about Cassar.
Will it be Stoll? No one knows. I don't know.
Not if it's first semester, I bet.
Well, we need this duel to be second semester so we get Gavin Orteski and so we get Cassar.
Also,
Cassar Stoll.
Improved version of RBY. I think RBY definitely gets better as the year.
You think he'll get better?
Yes.
All right, man.
RBY has written all over him, like, take a weird loss at the beginning of the year and then wrestles that dude later in the year and just, like, smokes him.
The Keaton subject effect.
Yes.
Yeah. Speaking of RBY, I actually think Stoll is way too big for Cassar. If Stoll is, like, 100%-ish, I think it's a really hard matchup for Cassar. Or Cassar just, like, annihilates him, but I just don't think I think it's going to be really tough for him to take down Stoll. Call me crazy.
You're not crazy.
So
I'll take Stoll.
I think Stoll wins.
I'll take Stoll.
Decision?
Yeah, decision.
And Bracky, you are also decision? Monsieur Sailor?
Vili?
I think Cassar could win, but give me Stoll.
Yeah.
Now, add all those up. Tell us what we have.
Well,
oh, baby.
Who do you think had... Well, Christian can see, so he's not allowed to vote. Willie and Bracky, who do you think had the closest match? Closest dual score, I guess, rather.
I'm pretty sure I had it really close.
Bracky?
Christian, because he picked Marinelli.
Well, I think I had 6-4.
Christian has it 19-18, Pennsylvania State University. Willie...
Oh, I thought you said it out of me and Kyle.
It was that major...
Well, I was saying Christian looked at the scores, so I was going to ask him who he thought had the closest because he knew. William R. Sailor, the fourth, has it 20-14, Nittany Lions.
Oh, really?
Kyle S. Bracky, I know that's wrong, 23-14, PSU, and Daniel Nomad, 25-12, Penn State. Whew. I have 7 matches to 3.
The Hawkeye hater strikes again.
Yep, Hawkeye hater.
Oh, he hates him.
Why do you hate him?
We need to send you back there because you were. It's like it wore off. It's like this potion you drank when you got there.
It's not that it wore off.
It wore off.
I didn't say this, but I am now that it's out. That
here we go.
I thought when whatever Taylor Fever. I don't know if he's like an Iowa fan or Penn State fan, or just like really wanted to see us do it. But when he kept pushing for this, I was like, this is not a thing. Penn State is going to be a boring year. Penn State is going to walk through this season, sleepwalk, moonwalk.
I don't think so.
Bike ride, whatever.
Jaywalk?
Wow, well, if they get arrested for
it is going to be a bloodbath.
I don't know about that. I mean,
they will never seriously be challenged in any duels or any tournaments of any kind.
Okay, that's possible. And
it largely has to do with other teams losing guys and not being strong.
I think it largely has to do with them having 4 NCAA champions.
But I think Penn State is, well, I don't know if they're worse than they were last year.
Well, true
I don't
or false.
know. There's question marks because, like, you know what you got out of Zane. You don't know what you're getting out of Berge, RBY, and Teasdale. You have a pretty good idea because their high school career is really
True
good.
or false, Iowa could end up with more AAs than Penn State.
It's true, but I don't know.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Just saying.
I will say this. I think Penn State has 10 All-American threats, and Iowa... I don't think Iowa does. 57, I can't get there.
Here's my thing with this, guys.
Unless Jaron Glosser comes out and he's the truth. I really like him. I don't think he's big enough.
I have it 7-3 Penn State.
Hate on Glosser.
His results from last year, they're really good.
I will fight
Jaron
you.
Gloucester is
freestyle
not
results are
AA.
good.
I will fight you, and so will Jaron probably.
You want to bet a 3-piece on it?
I don't get paid. He never bought me my chicken.
Oh, snap.
He never did he?
Welcher.
He is a Welcher, and the one time I wanted
I gave you a $10 bill for a $7 meal.
That's true. All right, so but I wanted. It was all about having chicken with a
Yeah,
friend.
that was a coward's way out.
Coward's way out.
Popeye sucks.
I'm gonna fight.
Chicken with
Anyway,
bread.
I want to make this point. I think I was the clear number 2 this year, and I have it 7-3 Penn State. So
Well,
that's what I think of Penn State this year. They're gonna kick the crap out of everybody.
yeah, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Okay,
Iowa, please feel free to prove me wrong. Make this interesting. Like
You would hate it.
get that
you
get
would hate
that
it so hard.
Hey,
like
let's get
Max
to some
Murin
questions.
snaps Nickley on his head.
Let's
Like
get to some
Bull wins
questions.
again. By all means, please, Hawkeyes, make this interesting because I want it to be.
All right, from the whiny Cliff Fretwell, our friend. FRL question that will get ignored. If your child had to sign with a college today for next season, which would you pick? Well, I don't think Caleb could start at Penn State this year, so not there. No offense, guys. Willie, you start.
Nobody wants me to have children. First of all. Including myself.
Okay, how about your?
It's
No,
okay.
I'm not gonna ask that.
It's hypothetical.
I would send him to. Well, I mean, it's such a loaded question.
It really
First of all-
is. It's like who?
First of all,
The hypothesis.
we can't. One, we can't even say. I mean, if we say a school, then we love the school, right? If we say a school,
Just
then
say
we're.
it.
Oh, come on.
God, my God.
Well, okay. The second problem is
This is great.
there's a second problem with it.
I don't
If I
want to
could-
hear your problems. I just want to hear a school.
You can't say a school.
Okay, you guys say a school.
What a coward.
Yeah.
What a coward.
No, everybody. Oh, you're biased. You love this guy. You love that guy.
Who
you love
gives
this
a
school,
crap?
You love that.
It's a question.
I mean,
Answer. You're looking into
all right,
it.
here's the second problem with the question. How good is my kid? Is he a number 50 recruit? Is he number 3 recruit?
I think for this
Is he not ranked?
question you assume
He's a blue chip.
he's elite. He's blue chip.
Oh, elite. Then I would send him to one of the elite schools. I would like my kid. I would not mind my kid going to a program like Little Rock and being the start of something good.
Well, my kid will start wherever he goes.
Obvi.
Oh, okay.
Just kidding.
No, I didn't say starting. I said developing a program.
Oh, okay. I don't mind that. I would like a nice academic situation. UVA would make my father very, very happy. Virginia Tech, UNC. I don't think Ivy.
So we're looking at ACC schools. So
Yeah,
far.
ACC baby, ACC. So I think I'll say UVA. My brother might not like that. I'll say Tech. Virginia Tech. Go Hokies.
No, man.
For the Hokies.
For the Hokies. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
great
there again,
school, great program.
You just said, hold on, but you said elite, and no offense to UVA, but like these elite guys are looking for elite RTC, right?
Well, you're just sent your kid to Little Rock, so what are you talking about? I think at least Frank Molinaro made the World Team Trials finals.
Okay, let's be real. If it's my kid,
That's what we're trying to be real. Just say where you would send him.
I'm sending him to Nebraska. Snyder's going to take care of him. It's my guy.
Okay, there you go.
That's reasonable.
That's fine. Sure, if one of my best friends coached at a Big Ten Power where Jordan Burroughs trains, that might be an okay option. I'm not in that situation. So he's going to go to Tech for the Hokies.
No, man.
He would
Send your kid to Maryland.
he would follow in
Papa
his
Love.
grandfather's footsteps,
Lehigh.
and he would be very well taken care of by Santoro, Hughes, Dillon, and
That's
he
another
would-
one of mine.
he would
Lehigh,
replace,
I think
right next
Lehigh,
door.
He would replace Darian Cruz, and
Great
he would become a
education.
3-time national champion like Mike Caruso, and hopefully he would go on to make as much money as Mike Caruso
And have a complex.
and be able to not bankroll, but have a complex named after him. And
I'd be really disappointed in your kid. If this doesn't happen.
Are they bringing back what? Are they bringing back 118?
The Whitmer rule. Yeah, no, Lehigh would be an awesome option. It'd be great.
For me, outside of the obvious two answers in West Virginia and Ohio, I will say Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
The coaching staff there and
also
visiting campus, it was awesome. So I would like to go there.
It really is a great campus.
I think I legally may have to say Wisconsin because Caleb actually verbaled there because Bono made him. So
is it binding yet? Did he sign?
But I mean, we're in talks. So yeah, I guess Wisconsin's in the mix. That's an academic power as well. Although I've never been there in the winter, so
yeah, just whatever. It's nice.
We just won't go.
Right.
We just won't go. We'll just watch on Flow or whatever. Okay, so we figure out where our children are going. It's very exciting. Congrats to those schools. Great question, Cliff. Now, quit your whining. Why? This is an important question from Ira Wrestling 2. Why does Wrestling Nomad hate Gilman, DeSanto, and America? And that question was asked before you re-established yourself as a DeSanto hater and an America hater.
I hate DeSanto so much I picked him to major RBY, who I'm
only because it's early in the
I
year.
love RBY.
Only because it's an
I
hour
love
away
RBY. One of my favorite kids. I really hope he does.
How can you all the time? I love Maryland, love where I'm from, love my state, love
Natty
my city, love my
Bows.
And then
He's got a Natty Bows shirt.
Bay, crabs. That's what we do.
Crabs.
But then yet say nationalism is stupid.
Yeah.
Because nationalism and patriotism are two different things.
Next question.
Wait.
They are.
So wait, do we not get to find out why you hate those things?
Oh,
literally in this show, you hated all three of those things.
I literally didn't hate DeSanto in the show. You can say I hated America because I picked against him.
You're a repeated Gilman hater.
Repeated Gilman.
You do think he hits too hard. You think he's mean.
I just get concerned. I don't know, because I assess things analytically, and I think that there's a possibility that Gilman will lose some matches this year. Like he lost to Andre Ortega, he lost to Atri after beating him. Like he is not bulletproof. His only weakness is bullets, though, obviously. So I think he can take some losses, but
I want a 20 club challenge. I want Gilman to collar tie you 20 times.
No, it can't be 20. He will die.
20 would be 20 would be that'd be a lot.
We're talking CTE at that point.
Yeah,
listen to me. How many Gilman coming in and tying up with you? How many times before you're not able to stand upright?
Well,
that gets into a pride thing because I feel as though I would be in such extreme pain, but that I would just be like, F this, I gotta prove Willie wrong.
No, you would get to me, if you get snapped on your hands, then you would get snapped on your hands after one.
I don't think he's saying I think he's just saying repeated.
Well, it's no different for me. I get snapped on my hands with one of those clubs.
Well, yes, I understand, but I'm not thinking like
he's saying like it's just like Thomas Gilman step with his left. Boom.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
I don't think he means like move, snap.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, Gilman would kick the crap out of me. Oh, shocker.
Dang. All right. So we don't know why he hates him. We just know that he does hate them. It's just like, why am I short? It's just the way we were made, right? It's just a part of his being.
It's just the
to
way
be
we're
a
made.
Hawkeye and America hater. And in spite of our best efforts, you can't change him.
They love to cherry pick when I say negative things, but not when I say positive things.
I'm going to say something. I'm not trying to reopen wounds, but when your vehicle was apprehended, were they wearing black and gold?
Well, yeah. They were Steelers fans, though.
Then it makes... Oh, okay. Then it would have made sense then.
I get it.
All right. Oh, Steelers! That was great. That was great. I mean, that was... All right, listen. Respect, dude. Respect.
I had two zingers today.
Zach Donahue, Zach Donahue at Jimmy Smith.
Yeah, I love that.
That's great. That's almost as good as Eric Shrubbery.
Former receiver for the Jaguars.
Do you think making NCAA freestyle instead of folk would help us majorly in the senior level? We talk about this often. He says, I know it's never going to happen. I wouldn't shut the door on it exclusively. I
don't think it's never going to happen. I think there has to be... I have said if it's going to happen or if like there's going to be a big push, it's going to be the current group of kids that have come up making world teams, the Yanni, Spencer Lee, Gable types. The list goes on, but those are just off the top of my head. When they start coaching, they're going to be like, guys, what are we doing? Why are we doing this top-bottom stuff? And so if there is going to be a push to be made, it will start with them when they get into coaching.
Man,
I will not be alive by the time, when and if that happens.
he will off himself. I will. All right. Hey,
No,
quick break.
It's not gonna happen in the next 100 years.
Hey, quick breaking
yeah.
news. Quick breaking news. According to wrestling, according to Andrew Spey via WrestleDag, the 2019 World Championships are in Kazakhstan.
Which has been long rumored, so
Great choice.
Probably legit.
Great choice. We'll get a lot of fans there.
Probably be in December.
We will light up the Kazakh fans will come out in force. It'll be great.
Kazakhstan.
It'll be almost as good as Tashkent, Uzbekistan. So that's very exciting. I really like this question from Brad Cravens. It actually got asked twice somehow. If you had the ability to change wrestlers for each period to make the perfect match, who are 3 wrestlers?
Holy crap.
Like basically take NCAA college wrestlers right now, get your best top, best bottom, best neutral. So top,
Brad Cravens, you did well for yourself, my friend. I'm just going to say that.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
Wow.
Let's move on.
well, let's answer the question. I will take, for neutral, I'll go Zahid. Zahid or Nolf?
This is going to sound really weird.
You're going to take Spencer for all 3.
Yeah. That dude, how many times does that dude open up a 10-0 lead? Dump 4-4.
Well, hold on though, and this could change, but the third part of that question is third period opening up a lead, and I don't think we see Spencer last year, but Spencer did not have good third periods last year.
Yeah.
I think that will be remedied. Oh. I think, look, I could be wrong, and there's a totally different thing between going from like middle school to high school and high school to college. But in high school, a lot, you see guys who they're wrestling like minute and a half periods, and they're so used to pinning guys and just wrecking dudes up. And when they're freshmen, all of a sudden, it's like they're wrestling seniors, and it's like for the first time, it's like, holy crap, I have never been in the 5th minute of a match before.
I will go.
And I think Spencer maybe had a little of that. Plus, his conditioning was probably really hard to do with a messed up knee. I don't know.
He was fine.
Knee was fine.
I will
He didn't even need
go.
the brace.
I like the Zahid pick. I
Zahid's
think
a
I'll
good
go
first pick.
Zahid first, Spencer second on top, Nolf third.
Yeah. Nolf is the guy if you want to.
Actually, I like Bo first period. Because he has the most killer potential. Oh, yeah, the stat I wanted to throw out real quick for Bo Nickel. Average time spent on the mat, I think this is a really interesting stat. Average time spent on the mat, less than Zane last year. Meaning he ended matches quicker
It
on
was
an
not
average
Zane's.
basis.
It was not Zane's best year last year. I like to compare that year for Bo to Zane's
junior year was absurd.
or sophomore year.
Yeah, I haven't done numbers for sophomore year.
Sophomore year
his
was
junior year is crazy.
Just as stupid.
So
Close
maybe
to.
Bo.
I got Zahid, Spencer, Nolf. Who you got?
I'll
Just
say
current wrestlers?
just current.
Just
yeah,
current.
so like Snyder's out.
I'll take Nolf in the third, Spencer in the second, Zahid in the first. I think that's what Willie said. I just said it in reverse order. Just changed it up. Okay, let's do one more. It's nice.
That was a good question.
It was a very good question.
Very good question.
All right, I love this one. From Corlando Grant. I love hypothetical matchups. I just can't get enough of it.
I love the name Corlando.
I love the name
Corlando?
Corlando. See, all these cool names. Patricio, Corlando. I'm just Christian. All right, please do a hypothetical 2009 champs versus 2018 NCAA champs posted on Flow Instagram. That starts at 125 pounds. Troy Nickerson, head coach of Northern
Yeah,
Colorado.
I gotta look this up. I don't.
Well, I think I have them memorized. Nickerson versus Spencer Lee.
Ooh.
Gonna go Spencer the Condenser.
Spencer Lee.
Yeah, the
Let's-
tech dispenser.
Yep.
33.
Healthy Troy was.
Healthy Troy rarely existed.
I know.
Like his true freshman year, I think was like his only truly
Yeah.
healthy year.
Healthy Troy though. That dude.
He
was,
still won NCAAs with like,
Dude was a beast.
and he got third in that crazy that crazy year when McDonough won. Okay, 33, Franklin Gomez versus Seth Gross. This is a crazy one. This is a really crazy matchup.
I'm gonna have recency bias here because it's
too.
hard for me to think of what Franklin Gomez was like. So I would go Seth Gross, but if like we could somehow make it happen and Franklin Gomez just like did whatever, be like, oh yeah, that's right, Franklin Gomez was amazing.
Gomez was not always regarded as the best guy at the weight. I think he was this year, but you think back to like I think Dennis.
For what it's worth, he was the top
able to
seed
beat
this
him.
year.
Mm-hmm. Dennis had beaten him. Ness, I think, had beaten him. He had taken some losses in his career, right?
Who did he lose to the year he beat Jordan for third?
I don't know, but he beat the.
There's very few seniors this year. Also,
I think he lost to. I think he lost to Dennis. I think that year he lost to Dennis. He beat the mess out of Jo that year. I mean,
was that Jo's freshman year?
Yeah, his freshman year.
Yeah, we got fourth.
Jo almost beat Ness in the semi there. Okay, so I'll take Gross because I think Gross was a consensus.
I'll take Gross too.
I know Gross is better on top. That I know for sure.
Dude, here's the one. Yanni versus Jaggers.
That's fun.
That's amazing. Two Cradlers. I'll take the OG Cradler. Because this was the year Jay was healthy. And Yanni had a torn ACL. And it would be hard to beat Jay Jaggers with a torn ACL, even though he beat Bryce Meredith and Dean Heil and Jaden Ironman. Oh, this is tough.
I think this is where I go a different kind of recency bias. Where I don't remember Franklin. Like I remember Franklin Gomez. Like I don't remember how good Franklin Gomez is. Like could he take down Seth Gross 4 times? Like like Tariq and Michu said maybe sure.
He definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, Seth was getting taken down a lot by guys, but he still has another year. He already made 2 finals. I mean, Franklin made 1 final.
Yeah. But anyway, I think this is where I go recency bias in the sense of I think the world team push, having access to OTC senior level stuff earlier, means that the guys are better now than they were. However, Jay Jaggers was an absolute bleep to wrestle.
Bleep.
And
I'll throw in another bleep.
So I'm going to go Yanni, but man, that is not a comfortable feeling.
I'll take Jaggers.
I certainly see what you're saying, though, man. Right? Like, I mean, how do you compare, I don't know, Bo Jackson to Jim Brown or Jim Brown to the best running back today? It's just they're better now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just that. Like, Jaggers took some losses, right?
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, but we're talking NCAA Jaggers.
And how much do we really care about that? I don't know. Jaggers took losses, but at the same time, when it was time to show up, he showed up.
Yeah.
He showed out. And honestly, he won, the way he won this year was not, the bracket fell apart.
The bracket did fall apart. This is crazy. So he was the 3 seed. He beat 8 seed Ryan Williams in the finals.
Kellen Russell got pinned in a tilt.
Nick Gallick was the 6 seed. He got 3rd. Tonelli was the 2 seed. He got 4th. Unseeded Alex Crom. I was just talking to my friend about it yesterday. He got 5th. Chris Druin of Arizona State was 7 seed. He got 6th. Kellen Russell, the 1 seed, got 7th. Frank Molinaro, unseeded, finished 8th.
G-Hawk.
So that
True
means
freshman
the 4 seed, the 5 seed didn't place.
Well, one of them was Surtis.
Ryan Williams and Alex Crom, I think,
was
combined,
a semi.
Yeah,
that was a semi. I think combined they had 1 state placement.
Crom, who was unseeded and placed, beat the 4 seed Surtis in the first round, and Mark Bader's good friend, Marcus Hain of Missouri, he was the 5th seed, lost in tiebreaker to Drew Lashway in the second round, and I don't know what happened on the backside.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Maybe I should say Yanni.
What's 2009?
Next
149.
Darian Caldwell versus Zane Rutherford.
That's fun.
Oh my gosh. This is the
Zane's got to get out of the first period.
Yeah.
Because if he does, he can ride.
He
can ride Darian.
Zane will win.
Zane.
Yeah.
Zane.
But again, it's like, if anybody can do it, it's Caldwell.
I think Caldwell is maybe the only 49 in the last millennia that could go with Zane.
I mean,
and he would have to be peak Caldwell, super freak mode, and that's a question with Caldwell. Like
Super Freak Caldwell was terrifying.
Yeah, Super Freak Caldwell could have been our long-term guy at 66 and 65, and it just didn't. He bust up his shoulder, was never the same.
He's fighting at like 105 pounds.
He's got Cejudo next.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He's at like 135.
It's insane.
I don't know how he does it.
This next one is actually the...
All right, so I know 41 was the best one, but also 149. But actually 157, Jordan Burroughs versus Jason Nolf is the actual, for real, best one. And
here's the thing.
It's Jordan.
It's Jordan, partially because 2018 Nolf was not 100%.
I'll take him over best version of Nolf ever.
Dang. But Nolf's better on top than Jordan was. I don't know. It's really hard.
They're not riding each other.
It's really hard to pick against Jordan Burroughs.
Hold on a second. If Jordan Burroughs doesn't go on to his senior level career, and you just examine NCAAs versus NCAAs, how are you picking Jordan Burroughs?
Very easily. I mean, look at the weight he won. This year at 157, he was arguably...
Poeta, Lean, Gillespie, Chandler. That's your top 5.
He won a weight with I think...
Oh, that's the 57 one. Okay.
He was amazing this year. He was untouched.
Okay, yeah, okay, that year.
I just think it's not a great matchup for Nolf. I think Jordan could withstand the pace well enough. I think he can run through him. His double was there. His leg attacks were there. His re-attacks were on point.
I go back to the...
I don't think it's a great matchup for him.
Michigan...
Okay, I was thinking the one. Didn't he have a couple close when he was at 65? Didn't he have a couple close matches?
He had a close one with Caldwell at Big 12s.
Just Howe, Midlands.
Howe, and even against Howe, he kind of pulled away at the end there, and he annihilated Caldwell. I don't know if he majored him in the finals, but he beat him badly.
Okay, fair enough.
No, Jordan was. I mean, if Jordan won the Hodge,
Not this year.
Jordan made, not this year. That Lister kid from Binghamton, he walked off the mat during the match. He just quit wrestling him. I don't know if anyone remembers that. 2011, I'll never forget it. The guy's just like, enough. The match was over.
This is an interesting one. A, because of Nolf's knee. B, because it was the first
Throw out the knee, buddy. Just take best version.
Best version, I strongly more consider Nolf.
Okay, then you can pick him. It's not crazy.
But it is really interesting because this was the year that Jordan made the leap into, oh boy, this guy's scary.
This man lost to James Green multiple times in his career. Think about that.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Jason Nolf. So we're talking about that is the.
Well, Jason's not as good in freestyle as he is in folk style, though.
He also lost to him in folk style, albeit his true freshman year, but he lost to him. His only loss of his true freshman year, and it was not a close match. Nolf jumped levels, but I just think there's something we said. A powerful guy like Aymar gave him some trouble. There's not many guys that have Alec Pantaleo.
That's the match for me that's makes me think Burroughs.
Yeah. Burroughs.
But non-knee injury does make me think harder about it.
Yeah, for sure. A healthier version will
74.
65, actually. Jared King versus Vincenzo Joseph. I feel like we're taking almost all the more recent guys. But I think in this one, you take Vincenzo. The guy's, he's 2 for 2, and he had more offense. Jared King, crazy splits. Jared King was good, but...
One of my favorites. Splits... The lefty high crotch, right? Or was it righty? I don't know. He had a high crotch from hell. It was amazing.
I think it was a double high crotch. No, he was good. He was really good, but I don't think you can put him on.
Well, say the bracket.
Well, it was Howe.
How was the 2 seed?
Ryan Morningstar, heroic 3rd place performance. This was crazy.
Who was the top seed?
Reader Morningstar was one of the craziest matches. Morningstar went nuts. He was down big. If you watch Ryan in college,
he only had one leg.
No, he was healthy in this one.
Oh, that was the healthy year?
Yeah, you're getting your years mixed up.
He beat 3rd, 4th match Morningstar 7-5 over Reader in overtime.
It was heroic, crazy match, and it's when Iowa had to have that, and among Erickson got a pin. He pins Zabriskie. It was crazy. That was a crazy round.
4.5. Yeah.
That's the round where all you NCAA fans play yourselves when you're not there Saturday morning. That was a crazy round.
Yep.
So yeah, remember that. But yeah, this 65 was not as good. Didn't have an IMAR type in it.
Hurts my heart. Mac didn't place. He was good old Maryland
He had the
boy.
flu. He had the flu apparently. Mac Lunas would have his moments.
Whatever the reason was, he was top seed.
Anyone taking Jared King here?
Sorry, bud.
I think it's a good match. I don't know if I can take it, but maybe it didn't have an. Didn't you say Andrew Howe was in there?
Yeah, but true freshman Howe.
Oh, that's true freshman Howe.
Yeah, Howe jumped levels later on. Actually, that next year he beat King fairly soundly, and then he beat.
Oh, this was Howe's freshman year. Yeah.
Yeah. Then he beat Valamont more convincingly. Okay, 174 is Steve Luke versus Zahid Valencia.
Oh my God,
Zahid.
It's Zahid, brother.
Dude, Steve Luke Senior.
I don't think so.
Steve Luke's senior year, he was awesome.
He was.
Pretty sure he was undefeated.
There
was a run that 174 was undefeated. Like the guy who won 174 was undefeated like 8 years in a row. It was pretty crazy.
Dude, Steve Luke's senior year, he was nails.
He was.
He's good, but
Sorry, Hyde.
It would be a match.
It would be a match.
But we need to talk about 184 because we're 26 over.
Oh my gosh!
Like a lot of Russians.
Like every Russian right now. Herbert Nickel.
This is like peak amazing.
Herbert was actually in the
Herbert won the
comments
Hodge this year.
He was in the comments saying he wouldn't lose. In the Instagram comments.
Dude.
Jake Herbert.
This is Jake Herbert about to win a world silver medal, like full horse, coming off an
Hodge.
Olympic red shirt year. Hodge, like
Jake Herbert.
Ooh.
All right.
Herbert.
I don't know, guys. Think about that lefty single, slower finish.
He's a horse, though.
Jake Herbert.
You
Jake guys Herbert, are being really.
Is Jake Herbert more of a horse than Gabe Dean?
Well, in some ways,
because that's the best guy Bo's beaten.
Nah, Christian's right, but this plays back into the recent guys are just better. They're just more advanced. If you're gonna say who would win, this guy or this guy, against how they did in their field, like what are the results? Then Bo.
Well,
you're right.
Match.
I don't think Herbert has an easy time finishing against Bo. I think Bo does all kinds of crazy stuff and makes it difficult.
I think it's Herbert could win, but I've got Nickel. Okay.
That's freaking amazing.
197.
Varner.
Yeah, Varner over Mock. Heavyweight Ellis versus Snyder. Give me a break.
Snyder.
Kyle Snyder.
So real quick, okay, of those matchups, we won't do like the bottom, but like, so we determined 141 would be awesome, 157 and 184 would be probably top three, right?
I would like to. Okay, I want to see
49,
Steve Luke wrestle Zahid.
I think Zane would get through the first
57.
period, but yeah.
57 for me. All right, we got to go. Shout out to A6. Shout out to you for listening.
Top show, boys.
We'll be back. Not Thursday. I'm leaving for Indianapolis. So it'll be next Tuesday. I'm going to help my friends on Flow Marching. I'm proud of it. And it's going to be a great time at DCI World Championships. Lucas Oil Stadium. I will say hi to Andrew Luck.
Guys,
what instrument are you playing?
I play guitar, dude. Actually,
you can't play guitar in a marching band. You have to pick up another instrument, dude.
I mean,
no, drums.
It's rare, but you might be able to. Hey, we got to plug some stuff. Okay, if you're not going to
No, we don't. We have to go.
No. Okay, look. Who's number one the show tomorrow? Depth chart and recruiting targets Oklahoma State coming this week.
All right, plug. You're plugged. We're out. See ya.